Caution. The news you are about to view is exciting, informative, and generally factual. Our upcoming narratives tackle real-world events, politics, culture, and social affairs, served with a generous side of satire. Expect sharp wit and exaggerated irony that are ridiculously and undeniably accurate.
From the day's top headlines to stories you won't want to miss, we've got it all covered. A major political shakeup, a shocking sports upset, and the feel-good moment of the week, right here, right now. Hello, I'm Monica Boulevard, and this is Current News with Dolly and Monica. Let's get started.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's broadcast. Hi, I'm Dolly. Llama. We have a lot to cover, from major developments on the world stage to stories impacting your local community. Plus, the latest in weather, sports, and business. Stay with us as we bring you the news you need to know. And apparently what you need to know, an insight of lunacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. First, the news. How about checking on California this week? It's a beautiful night out there unless you're on the 405. In which case, I hope you brought snacks and a portable therapist. So let's talk about Hollywood. Today, a fire broke out in an abandoned home. Officials say it's suspicious, which in LA just means not currently listed on Airbnb. No one was hurt, but firefighters did recover a half-melted screenplay, a burnt yoga mat, and what they believe was a spiritual cleanse gone wrong. And in truly cinematic crime news, a Hollywood director, you probably haven't heard of him, and Netflix definitely wishes they hadn't, was charged with defrauding the streaming giant out of $11 million. That's right, he promised them a futuristic sci-fi series and instead blew the budget on crypto, Ferraris, and designer furniture. So basically, he was making a sci-fi movie. He just starred as a delusional spaceman who thought Dogecoin was a film fund. Meanwhile, the 405 freeway continued its reign as California's most dramatic stretch of pavement. A tragic multi-vehicle pileup occurred, claiming 2 lives, including an LAPD sergeant. It's heartbreaking. Officials are still investigating, but sources confirm the 405 remains undefeated in its campaign to ruin your ETA and your spirit. And hey, speaking of Hollywood disasters, have you heard the latest AI debate? That's right, studios want to use artificial intelligence for voice acting now. Because apparently Siri is ready for her Oscar. Voice actors are panicking, while Siri's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, did you say residuals?" I mean, if this keeps up, the next Pixar movie will be written by ChatGPT, voiced by Alexa, and emotionally scored by your Roomba. But don't worry. As always, California will be just fine. We've got wildfires, fraudsters, freeway carnage, and AI robots trying to join SAG. Just another Tuesday, folks. Stay safe, stay weird, and if you see a burning mansion, a luxury car with no movie attached, or a cartoon that sounds like your blender, you're probably in LA.
My news for this evening is just a short summary of the burning issues across the United States. Wildfires are popping up faster than conspiracy theories on Facebook. From California to Texas to places that didn't even know they had forests. Flames are turning trees into smoke signals begging for help. Officials blame a perfect storm of climate change, drought, and humans who think fire pits and fireworks are personality traits. Meanwhile, FEMA is handing out bottled water and vague optimism. Western states are so dry, tumbleweeds now spontaneously combust. Smokey Bear has updated his slogan too. Only you can prevent wildfires, and by you, I mean please just stop camping. States are also battling over water like it's the last season of Game of Thrones, while firefighters work 36-hour shifts fueled entirely by caffeine and the distant memory of rain. So, yes, America is burning, but hey, on the bright side, it does make for a pretty sunset if you can see it through the haze.
Hello, I'm Alistair with your summer weather forecast. The United States is now a crockpot. Brought to you by Sweat, Regret, and SPF 3000. Good evening, America. Let's take a look at the summer forecast, or as we like to call it, the Great National Bake-Off. Starting in the west, California will continue to sizzle like a vegan burrito on a dashboard. Expect triple-digit temperatures, bone-dry conditions, and the strong scent of eucalyptus and existential dread. Wildfires are forecast to arrive by late morning and stick around through November, or until everyone moves to Oregon. Up in the Pacific Northwest, the region is still recovering from last summer's traumatic experience with something called sunlight. This year, highs will hover in the "oh no, we don't have AC" zone, sending Seattleites into a panic-buying spree for box fans and cold brew. The Midwest will experience classic summer weather, if that weather is steam. Humidity will rise to levels typically only found inside a pot of boiling pierogies. Expect corn to cook on the stalk and mosquitoes to reach shoulder height by mid-July. Down south, things are heating up as usual, meaning folks will be sweating in places they didn't know had sweat glands. Florida continues to alternate between lava and hurricane, while Texas will host its annual dry heat death match, where the loser is everyone's car dashboard. The Northeast will see 5 whole days of perfect weather. Unfortunately, they will be unannounced and occur randomly at 2 a.m. Otherwise, expect rain, humidity, and the kind of soul-melting subway heat that makes you question your place in the universe. In summary, expect rolling heat waves, sweat-stained fashion, and public fountains being treated like public pools. Remember to hydrate, wear light clothing, and pretend the AC bill doesn't exist. That's your summer forecast, America. Now go outside and immediately regret it.
Tonight, we are taking a more intent look at what the government knows, or thinks it knows, about alien life. Let's be honest, governments, especially the US, love keeping things mysterious. When it comes to alien life, they've been the ultimate cosmic gatekeepers. While denying, deflecting, and occasionally doling out blurry videos of fast-moving tic-tac-shaped objects, government agencies have played an interstellar game of hide-and-seek with the truth. The Pentagon's 2021 UAP report danced around confirmation, managing to say, essentially, we don't know what that was, but we're not saying it's not aliens. Meanwhile, NASA funds research into exobiology, which is just a fancy way of saying we're looking for little green life forms without admitting it. Mars missions now quietly include life detection experiments. Europa and Enceladus icy moons suspected of harboring liquid oceans are on the radar, with spacecraft scheduled to do some intense alien sniffing in the next decade. In truth, governments likely know something more than the public, even if it's just a growing pile of unexplained but not necessarily extraterrestrial evidence. Agencies walk a tightrope, feed public curiosity enough to stay relevant, but not so much that they trigger panic or internet-fueled conspiracy frenzies. In short, they know just enough to keep things interesting, but not enough to pop champagne with the Martians. Let's go further in our exploration. What the government might be doing to explore alien life. Governments around the world are quietly racing to become the first to announce, hey, we found aliens. Why? Because claiming discovery of life beyond Earth isn't just scientific glory, it's geopolitical gold. Space agencies like NASA, ESA, Europe, CNSA, China, and Roscosmos, Russia, are increasingly devoting resources to planetary missions with biosignature detection goals. NASA's Europa Clipper and ESA's JUICE mission are scheduled to explore the icy moons of Jupiter, believed to have subsurface oceans, a hotspot for potential alien microbes. These missions are designed not only to look for signs of life but to test planetary protection protocols. Translation: don't bring alien goo home without gloves. Meanwhile, SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, continues to scan the skies for strange signals, often with partial government support. In the shadows, defense agencies keep tabs on unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, just in case we're already being visited, or buzzed, from afar. Privately, classified military research likely involves AI surveillance systems to detect anomalous aerospace behavior. Governments may even be quietly funding new propulsion technologies based on theoretical alien tech, or reverse engineering whatever they found in a desert 70 years ago, looking at you, Roswell. So, while the official stance is cautious optimism, behind closed doors, the space race of the 21st century may be less about flags on the moon and more about first contact. I'm Lucia. Thanks for joining me.
We have more for you on the curiosity with the alien intrigue. Our friend Lady Gaga is here to provide her thoughts regarding this fascination. And then after her, we have Chloe on an interesting movie review. We now turn the time over to you, lady.
Let's face it, being human is exhausting. Bills, taxes, social awkwardness, and the ever-present threat of stepping on Lego. So why not trade in this messy biological mess for the sleek intergalactic glamour of being an alien? First, aliens don't do small talk. No weather updates, no how was your weekend? Just intense telepathic glares and the occasional abduction to say hello. Efficient. Second, wardrobe. Forget fashion crises. One silver bodysuit, always wrinkle-free, space chic. Third, as an alien, you're no longer bound by Earth's most tragic law, gravity. Float your way to breakfast. Hover judgmentally over traffic. Leave the planet when someone starts playing ukulele at a party. Aliens don't have to deal with influencers, pop-up ads, or debates about pineapple and pizza. Their diets consist of light particles and sarcasm. Their dating apps are algorithmically matched by DNA frequencies, not filtered selfies. And let's talk about job security. Crop circles aren't going to design themselves. People plus interstellar probing gets full dental. The best part, as an alien, you can visit Earth, observe the chaos, wars over social media comments, people arguing about which water brand tastes cleaner, and beam back up before anyone tries to sell you a timeshare. In conclusion, superior tech, no taxes, no pants. Being an alien, it's not just a lifestyle, it's an escape plan. Earth is overrated. Beam me up, sarcasm and all.
How about another movie review, Alien Earth, proof that even aliens make terrible real estate choices? In a cinematic masterpiece that boldly goes where every B-movie has gone before, Alien Earth delivers a heart-pounding, eye-rolling, logic-defying thrill ride of extraterrestrial disappointment. The film opens with an elite squad of intergalactic landlords descending upon Earth to claim what they believe is prime real estate in Sector 12. Apparently, Zillow is now interstellar. Our alien overlords, who suspiciously resemble rejected Power Rangers villains dipped in glitter and self-tanner, are here to terraform Earth using motivational speaking, fog machines, and oddly seductive laser beams. Why conquer through force when you can confuse humanity into surrender with interpretive dance and intergalactic TED Talks? The lead alien, Zarnak the Wise, played by a man who clearly lost a bet, attempts to communicate with humans using a language that's 70% dolphin screech, 20% yodel, and 10% Spotify glitch. Still, somehow, a plucky female scientist with a tragic backstory and perfect hair understands him because of course she does. In a twist no one asked for, the aliens discovered that Earth is actually under a 7 billion year lease to the Planetary Council of Chaotic Neutrality, and thus they are evicted via space court. Yes, that's a thing. But not before we're treated to a dance-off between humans and aliens that will haunt your dreams more than any horror flick. By the final scene, Earth is saved, the aliens are humiliated, and the audience is left questioning not only the plot but their life choices for watching it. Verdict: White medium star 1 out of 5 stars for cinematic quality. White medium star 5 out of 5 for unintentional comedy, cosmic absurdity, and reminding us that sometimes the real invasion is bad screenwriting. Would watch again with snacks and a helmet. If you all are wondering how the newest installment fits in with those of past productions, starting with the 1979 Aliens release, let me explain. Alien Earth Review: when xenomorphs hit rock bottom and start paying rent. It's official. Alien Earth is where the Alien franchise goes from interstellar terror to intergalactic therapy sessions. Produced, yet again, by Brandywine Productions, who clearly haven't found the off switch to Ridley Scott's Xerox machine, Alien Earth attempts to answer the question no one asked: what if the xenomorphs just moved in next door? The movie opens with Earth already invaded. Yes, we skipped the suspense entirely. The aliens have not only crash-landed, but they've also been given Earth visas, discovered TikTok, and started a kombucha stand in Portland. Gone are the spine-ripping sneak attacks. Now, the xenomorphs argue over gluten-free menu options and whether or not humans count as organic. Enter our protagonist, Officer Debbie Flatline, a no-nonsense ex-Marine who apparently lost both her family and acting coach during the last alien attack. Debbie teams up with a sarcastic hacker named Todd, who's allergic to plot development, and together they attempt to uncover the real reason behind the alien invasion: gentrification. Apparently, Earth is cheaper than real estate in the Andromeda sector. Gone is the atmospheric tension of the original Alien, 1979, replaced with dialogue that sounds like it was written by an AI bot fed only TikTok comments and discarded Friends episodes. At one point, a xenomorph holds a support group titled Acid, Blood, and You, where traumatized aliens cry about being misunderstood apex predators. The horror, it seems, is now existential. To give credit where it's due, Alien Earth does deliver on the visuals. The CGI budget was clearly blown in the first 12 minutes, because afterward, we're treated to green screen backdrops so obvious you can practically see the stock footage watermark. One scene features a dramatic alien birth in a Whole Foods. The film tries, valiantly and delusionally, to connect back to the iconic moments of Aliens, 1986, and Alien, Resurrection, 1997, even featuring a cameo from a half-cloned Sigourney Weaver who's now running an Etsy shop selling flamethrowers. Game over, man, becomes game streamed, man, as the climactic battle is broadcast live on Twitch. The score is forgettable, though they did sample a trap remix of the original Alien theme. Because of course they did. By the end, Alien Earth devolves into a kumbaya campfire where humans and aliens agree to coexist through interpretive dance. And yes, there's a post-credits scene teasing a sequel, Alien HOA, where xenomorphs start evicting humans from suburban cul-de-sacs. In short, Alien Earth is the cinematic equivalent of microwaving a gourmet meal and wondering why it tastes like regret. If Alien, 1979, was a terrifying masterpiece of suspense, Alien Earth is its midlife crisis cousin who bought a jet ski and joined a wellness cult. Do yourself a favor, rewatch Aliens and pretend Alien Earth was just a bad dream like the one where the alien asks you to split the rent. I would like to thank everyone for joining me in this space camp. I am hopeful we can do this more often. See you next time for a flick review. I'm Chloe Clam Chowder. Have good night and don't let the aliens bite.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are glad you are with us. Stay updated on our latest content. Thanks for your support.